Hi, I'm Tiffany. Welcome to Mentoring Masterminds, where industry leaders partner with MentorcliQ to help answer critical questions professionals just like you ask about starting, managing, and growing their mentoring programs. Speaking of mentoring program growth, once you have your first program on the books, launching new programs will be much easier. Don't stop at just one. Consider what other mentoring programs you could launch and think about how those programs might work together as a mentoring network. In this video, we'll explore a few reasons why growing beyond one program is easier to do with a network approach. We'll also conclude the video with an exciting highlight from an international Fortune 500 company that experienced explosive growth by deploying a network approach to its scaling strategy. Let's get the biggest question out the way first. What exactly is a mentoring network? A mentoring network is a group of mentoring programs that will work together. Within a mentoring network, each mentoring program may exist for a singular purpose. However, these programs can feed into each other. As participants finish one program, they can roll into another related program. In this way, you'll create a journey where participants feel their mentoring experience connects them deeply within your organization instead of being a one and done interaction with a mentor. Now that we know what a mentoring network is, let's consider what that might look like in practice. Let's say an employee joins your organization. They're enrolled in an onboarding mentoring program at first that helps them get acclimated to your organization. Then once they've completed their onboarding program, they're enrolled in a functional mentoring program that helps them boost their on-the-job skills. While in that program, they learn about different affinity groups available for those within that same functional area. Taking interest, they also join functional affinity groups such as a BIPOC Programmers Mentoring Program group or a Women in Engineering mentoring group. As they progress in these programs, one of the mentors takes notice of their leadership skills. After they gain a little tenure, they're invited to a high potential mentoring program. Once they complete that program successfully, one of the mentors who is now a sponsor recommends them for a leadership position. Just a few years later, that new hire is now enrolled in a leadership development mentoring program and on their way to great things. None of this would be possible without two things. First, multiple programs need to be in place to ensure an unbroken shift into new mentoring program opportunities. Second, your organization needs to have created this interconnection of programs thoughtfully as each program comes online. Now, obviously, not everyone's journey will look like that, but having a network of mentoring programs mean individuals in your organizations can create their journeys and chart their own paths through organization, with mentoring serving as a fundamental structure supporting that journey. You can get started building a mentoring network in 3 ways. 1, build your first program. This one probably seems obvious enough, but you can't build a network without the first link to connect everyone together. 2, socialize mentoring. This is a big one. Once you have mentoring launched at your organization, socialize and normalize it. Work to make mentoring commonplace and a part of your organization's culture. 3, get feedback and build new programs. The next step is to build new programs based on the feedback from your program participants or your wider organization community. After you launch your first program, send out surveys to participants to see what other types of programs they may want to see. Additionally, as you celebrate success in those programs, others across the organization will see and will likely request mentoring programs as well. Ultimately, building a mentoring network involves creating a culture within your organization where mentoring is seen as valuable. Once you have that in place, the sky's the limit, and your mentoring network will grow organically. What roadblocks have you encountered trying to build additional programs at your organization? Let us know in the comments below. Mentoring networks offer an exciting way for you to create a choose-your-own-adventure experience for employees. Better yet, because mentoring is built on relationships, your organization will become more cohesive and your company culture will benefit. As promised, we have one last thing for you. Enjoy this clip of a mentoring champion within our own community explaining how the excitement and interest in mentoring resulted in explosive program growth.
So again, this is where like word of mouth sometimes is really interesting, and as executives talk to one another, either boardrooms or on calls, and they start to find out or hear about, I hear you doing this in your market, tell me about it. And then they start naturally raising their hands, say, I want to get the platform. What does it look like? So it's been, again, a process too of getting people to the table to talk about the program, to talk about the platform, how it's going to look for them and their organization and their culture and their country, whatever it is. So I think it's a great testimony, again, to the organization to hear people just talking about it. And then organically, some people just wanting to take it and pick it up because it is fostering better communication. It is reducing the lift on their HR teams.
So Brian, you talked a lot about the executives buy-in. How did you get it from other areas of your organization?
Yeah, so I think executives are just part of the puzzle, right, in putting together a mentoring program. I think the other really important pieces are our employees and the other teams that are coming and asking for mentoring programs. So executives aside, our business resource groups have also come and raised their hand and say, hey, how do we get a program online for our LGBTQ talent, right? Again, the other business resource group, we have Aviva Women of Color and Men of Color Business Resource Group. They are asking about the Black Talent Career Development Program. So not only is it coming from the executives, but it's also coming from the sides with the business resource groups. It's coming from the general population, like entry-level employees, like how do I get more connected to people? So they're asking for those resources and those connections. So it's not just only the executive team that's asking for it, it's definitely multiple pieces of the organization.
Right.